Today we're going to tie a blood knot, which is a connection knot meant to tie one piece of line to another. So in most cases that's going to be a main line to a leader. You can see here what it looks like with 30-pound braided line to a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's a very smooth, streamlined knot which passes through rod guides very well, and that's one of the biggest advantages of a blood knot. So to get started, we're going to take our two lines and cross them with about 6 inches of overlap. And just pick up these two lines and pinch the intersection. I've got the line from the right coming over the top of the line from the left. Now I'm going to take this line underneath, away from me, and then bring it back over. And I'm going to wrap it around like that 5 times. If you're using very thin braided line, especially like a 6-pound braid or 8-pound braid, I would recommend doing 7 wraps because that line is very slick and it tends to come out of knots. So there's my 5 wraps. I'm going to take this tag end and put it in between these other two lines. And I'll just have that sticking up right here. So far, we have taken this right line, the blue one, and gone down away from me and around 5 times. Then I brought it back, I put it in between these two lines, and it's pointed up. Now I'm just going to pinch that whole thing. Now I have this other tag end. This has to be done opposite on this side. So on the other side I went down underneath and around this way. This time I'm going to go down underneath the main line and towards me, up and around. And I'm going to do this 5 times over here. Okay, now since we're doing it opposite on this side, we're going to have to go through this loop in the middle where this one went through, but instead of going from the bottom up, we're going to go from the top down. I'm going to open this loop up a little bit so you can see it better. Here's that blue line going through from the bottom to the top. We're going to take this other line and go from the top down to the bottom. And grab all 4 of these lines and just snug it up a little bit. That's enough right there. Now I can drop the tag ends and I can just put a little bit of line around my fingers here on each end and pull this together. You can see those wraps are coming together really clean. And there's your finished blood knot. You can trim these tags off very close to a blood knot, so it's very streamlined going through your rod guides. Don't be afraid to get right up against the knot. And there is your finished blood knot.